has a story to claim. Sit back, listen to conversation between Terry Lynn and new authors on the rise, and let the journey begin.
Hello, friends. Welcome to my podcast, Conversations Between Terry Lynn and New Authors. On this episode, I'm talking with Kevin David, who writes novels for adults. Welcome, Kevin.
Hello.
Please tell us about your writing and your first book.
My first book is a short novel, novella, if you may. It's titled Wind Therapy. It's the story of a VA therapist / counselor who grows frustrated with the rigid structure of typical veterans' mental health therapy. She then takes her PTSD support group on a cross-country motorcycle ride to find the purpose, the brotherhood, and healing that they all need and have been searching for. It's a very deeply personal story to me because I'm a Marine Corps veteran and I suffer from PTSD myself. And I wrote this book so I could attempt to capture the authentic struggles that veterans face in their everyday lives.
Wow, that really sounds very interesting. My husband is a Marine Corps veteran too and loves motorcycles. I bet he would enjoy your book. We might have to buy it.
Thank you.
What inspired you to write books?
Well, originally, I wanted to write screenplays because I'm a big film junkie. I love the movies. I go 3 or 4 times a week. However, screenplay formatting, it's really hard. And I found myself discouraged with the idea of having to write a movie solely and a story solely with dialogue. So I shelved the idea for a few years and I eventually revisited it as a book, as a creative outlet.
I can see how writing screenplays could be harder than writing books. What challenges have you faced as a new author, especially when it comes to publishing or marketing your book?
The biggest challenge so far has been filtering all of the obvious scams and predators that seek out new authors. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say I was flattered that Tom Clancy, John Grisham, and Frida McFadden, they all love my unpublished book and they want to collaborate with me. But I think I'm a little smart and know what I can understand a scam when I see it.
That's a tough part of being a new author, but it sounds like you're handling it wisely. Is there a scene or character in your book that's especially meaningful to you?
Well, as I said, I'm a veteran and I deal with PTSD, so I feel a very strong connection with all of my characters because I understand the pain and the struggle they go through to live day by day with this emotional and mental weight on their shoulders.
That connection really comes through and adds a powerful depth and authenticity to your characters. What age group do you write for, and what draws you to that specific audience?
Well, I mainly write for adults, but I want to make sure my books are appropriate for younger readers as well because I'm a high school teacher and I wanted to write something that my students could read and it wouldn't be too difficult or advanced of a topic for them to deal with.
That's a good idea to write books that high school students can read and would enjoy them. What do you think makes a book truly memorable?
I think for me, the most memorable and my favorite books are the ones that are so vivid and descriptive that when I close my eyes, even months later, I can replay them like a movie inside my head.
I also like books that I can picture. Do you have any advice for other aspiring authors who are just starting out?
My biggest piece of advice is just make sure you write for yourself. Don't go into it immediately worrying about the audience. Make sure your most important audience is yourself, and hopefully other people follow.
That's great advice to write for yourself, and others will enjoy your writing too. If a child came up to you and said, "I want to write a book too," what would you say to encourage them?
I would let them know that everyone has a story to tell. Just let the world hear it.
That's awesome advice for kids to let the world hear his or her story. What exciting projects or books are you working on next?
Well, I'm currently working on a slightly more adult-themed horror story and project, but after that, I do have plans to write a young adult story, a YA story, about a teenage girl who's forced to fly her grandfather's plane solo from their remote summer home in Alaska to Seattle to get much-needed medical supplies.
Those sound interesting books, especially your idea for the Y story. Where can people find you online, follow your journey?
Well, I'm on all the major social networking sites, usually with the handle Kevin Wrote a Book. I also have a Facebook account under Kevin David Author and a website that is kevindavidauthor.com.
Thank you, Kevin, for your information. I will put your website and social media handles in this episode's notes below. Is it anything else you want people to know about you?
Yes, like I said, I'm currently a high school special education teacher, and I've pledged that proceeds from all or portions or all of the profits from my book sales are going to go towards the creation of a college scholarship fund designed to assist students who utilize special education services in their educational journey. I know how hard these students have worked to achieve their goals, and I just wanted to give back to them and let them know how proud I am of them.
That's so nice of you. As a woman with a disability, I know how it feels to have someone who believes in you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on the behalf of your students. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Kevin, for talking with me on my podcast, Conversations Between Terry Lynn and New Authors on the Rise.
Thank you so much. I loved having this conversation with you. It's been great.
You are welcome, Kevin. Okay, my listeners, tune in next week. I'm hoping to talk with my childhood friend Faith Ann, who is a newly author and wrote about her faith. Until then, happy reading with your kiddos. You are welcome, Kevin. Okay, my listeners, tune in next week. I'm hoping to talk with my childhood friend Faith Ann, who is a newly author and wrote about her faith. Until then, happy reading with your kiddos.